When people think of Shonen Jump, they think of long-running series like One Piece, Bleach, or Dragon Ball. There are plenty of other great manga in Shonen Jump. One Punch Man, Dan to Dan, and Chainsaw Man are all great in their own right. But Shonen Jump isn't limited to battle manga. You've got comedy manga like Kaguya-sama Love is War, slice of life like Blue Box, or series that are a blend of action and comedy like Spy Family. Most of the more famous series are long-running, but for every manga that reaches the 100-chapter mark, dozens more get cancelled long before that. Ginka and Gluna, Ichigo's Got It Under Control, Earthchild, and Super Smartphone are all recent series that never made it to chapter 30. The readership of Shonen Jump has read some of the greatest stories of all time, and if they don't like your stories, it won't survive to get a proper ending. Your series may end before a year is up, which is what happened to Candy Flurry. Welcome once again to Musings by Danon. If you're new here, my name is Danon. I've been watching anime since 1985, and I'm currently reading over 500 manga or light novel series. As someone who has read a lot of manga and seen a lot of anime, as well as studied genre and story structure, I feel I have a pretty good grasp on which manga are worth your time depending on your tastes. Which brings us to the subject of today's video, Candy Flurry. But before we get started, I'd like to quickly ask you to like and subscribe. It really does help the channel, and it's free. With that out of the way, let's get into the video. Appearing in Shonen Jump between April and September 2021, Candy Flurry is a cute series about kids with superpowers. Specifically, they have the ability to summon and control candy, and, since this is a shonen series, use it as a weapon. The Toy Candy Company developed a limited edition candy, and anyone who ate it wound up with these superpowers. Each candy is unique to a specific individual, which is why it's weird that Tokyo was destroyed by lollipops when the main girl, who has the power of lollipops, wasn't the one who destroyed Tokyo. Of course, people with superpowers cannot be handled by normal police, so a special task force was created to handle these candy wielders, an organization known as recette. Yes, that is the French word for recipe. Remember, there are more French cuisine restaurants in Japan than there are in any other country in the world other than France. We, as English speakers, will notice in anime when Japanese borrow an English word, but there are almost as many French words as there are English in anime. More so in cooking-focused ones like Food Wars. Anyway, back to the topic at hand. It wasn't long before the main girl, Tsumugi, is found out by the recette. She's able to convince the officer who suspects her that she isn't the one who destroyed Tokyo. He tries talking her into joining recette to help find the other lollipop user, and Tsumugi agrees. But will she be able to keep her secret? And that's the basic premise of this series. Overall, the series isn't too bad, but it does have a major flaw. The main girl is boring. She's not interesting at all. Her character design is cute, but it's hard to build a long-running shonen series around someone whose only trait is that she likes lollipops. The opening line in the series, where she talks about how much fun lollipops are and how they're special to her, is repeated over and over again throughout the manga. Okay, so you like lollipops. Is that your only personality trait? Personally, the series doesn't begin to get interesting until chapter 3, when we meet Iri-senpai. She's a sweets user who works with recette to catch villains. She's also the best character in the entire series. When we meet her, she seems to be a well-put-together person. Cool-faced, serious about her job, and hand-picked by the upper echelons of recette to handle a priority case. But then we see that her socks are mismatched. The reason? She overslept and put them on by accident. As is often the case with shonen, this repeats throughout the series as well. Iri-senpai presents as a reliable older character, especially compared to the main girl. But she leaves her bag behind, forgets to put on matching socks, and generally has her head in the clouds. Of course, there's much more to her than just a silly quirk or two. But if you want to learn more about Iri-senpai as well as the world of candy-wielding supervillains, you'll have to read Candy Flurry for yourself, which you can easily do over on Viz.com as part of their Shonen Jump subscription. With it, you have access to thousands of chapters of professionally translated manga. One Piece, Dan to Dan, Chainsaw Man, and more, all at your fingertips. They even have completed manga like The Promised Neverland, We Never Learn, or Food Wars. I'm not sponsored by Viz, but Viz, if you're listening, let's work something out. In conclusion, Candy Flurry is worth the read, especially because it's only 18 chapters. It's a fun read, but the biggest problem is that the most interesting character in the series isn't the main character or even her sidekick. I believe that if Eri Senpai was the main character of the story, the manga would have gone much longer than just a few months. But who knows? What do you think? Leave a comment below. I forgot to mention earlier that this video was sponsored by Waffles. Huge thanks to Waffles and the rest of my Patreon supporters. If you want to become a Patreon and support the channel directly, you can head on over to patreon.com/Danon. There are several tiers to choose from. You can pick an anime or manga for me to do a video about, or you can join our monthly manga club. But I'd like to give a special shout out to my lovely wife and editor, Cute Stuff. I couldn't make these videos without her. If you'd like to hire her to edit your own videos, she can be reached at cutestuff.edits@gmail.com. Link is down below. I'd also like to give a quick shout out to all of my patrons: Waffles, Jiraiya, Danny, Muffins, Marcus, Squishy, Brett, Roxy, Josh, Sean, Pob Zombie, Mark, Alex, Daniel, Steve, Kevin, Alex, Cookie, Nick, Borgie, Jake, Exiled Rogue, Medmen, and Manassas. You guys are awesome. I post anime or manga videos often, or you can click here to watch additional videos. If you're looking for Commander content, I split my channel last year, so all new Commander videos are over on my other channel, Commander by Danon. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all again next time on Musings by Danon.